Ice cream?
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Means That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
Ice cream. It's not ice cream. It's gelato.
Gelato.
Oh, man. Okay, here we are. So we're back with a new movie.
That's right. As is tradition.
As is tradition, as we do every third episode. Yeah. So it starts. It's a cycle. It's a never-ending,
That's right.
perpetual cycle.
The cycle of abuse.
So we're back. We have a new movie, which means we're going to start with the trailer trash of said movie that Jared's about to tell you about.
That's right. Which is Love and Gelato. Very exciting.
Yes. Love and ice cream for the Americans.
Oh boy. Yep. I picked this one, unfortunately. So
this is on you. This is on you.
Yeah, I think I pitched it to Russ as a way to alienate whoever is left of our Italian listeners. So
yeah, let's do it, right?
Sorry in advance. Thank you for being here.
It was a great run. Thanks to the downloads out there, so we can hit more countries.
Right.
But yeah.
Italy, probably never again.
Never
but
again.
if that's not true and you enjoy this episode, you could send us an email, which I'm going to say in a minute after I read the log line.
Right.
So the premise here, Lena makes a promise to her sick mother that she'll spend the summer before college in Rome,
Great.
where she falls for the city, the people, and the gelato.
In quotes. Why is it?
What? I'm so mad already.
That one threw me first. I didn't read it. I just copied it and pasted it in here. Promise her sick mother she'll spend the summer before college in Rome. Before college in Rome. She'll spend the summer in Rome before college. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. She falls for the city, the people, and the gelato.
That's the part where I have issues. The city, the people, the gelato.
Alrighty. So yeah. So this came out in 2022. It's on Netflix. I think we just said whatever. We can just say it. It's Kissing Booth in Italy. So
yeah,
that's
it's a fresh one.
Yeah, it's a fresh one. So it's also we'll get more into it in like part one. We break it down, but it's also based on a best-selling novel. So
that's right.
Aren't they?
That's
all?
right.
Aren't they?
Allegedly.
Before we get into the trailer, do we have any fan service?
Nope. Which is that thing I was telling you about a second ago, listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Not just our Italian listeners, but any listeners. If you find us offensive or morally repugnant, you can send us an email. It's thismeansthat@gmail.com, and we'll read it in this very segment right here. So do that. Thank you. Please and thank you.
All right. Well, should we get into breaking down this fast-paced, fast-clip trailer that's made for watching on your smartphone in less than 30 seconds?
Yeah, let's do it. You mean the kissing booth?
Yeah, the kissing booth. Yeah, pretty much. It's funny. We both wrote hot start.
That's right. Nice and hot. Just the way I like it.
Yeah, it comes in with the old Netflix, got like the stamp of like your passport stamp, right?
Yep.
Netflix.
They're really branching out.
Yeah, Netflix films. Like, all right, come on, let's
doing design now.
Yeah, let's go easy. So we got a hot start of shots of Italy and a voiceover.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful country.
And voiceover. I mean, we haven't been yet, but someday.
I've spent a couple hours in Italy, so
I've yet to go. I'd love to. I'd like to go. So we come in hot with our hero giving a little voiceover from advice from her mother.
That's right.
Her mother
in
Italian. There's a saying in Italy: "Primo amore, yada yada yada."
Non si accorda mai. Yeah.
Mi scusi.
Oh God, it's starting early.
I mean, you picked this. You picked this for a reason.
I know. I knew this was going to happen.
This is going to turn real quick on you.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
All that college Italian's really paying off for me.
Yep. Basically, all that means is you never forget your first love, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Which words to live by?
You never forget your first love. I think you can just no.
I think you just file it away.
I think
you stuff it down, you file it away.
Yeah, you way down low, and you just kind of ignore it. Get rid of the photos. Just get rid of all of it. Move on. It's not.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not worth it. Burn it. Burn it down. That first love. Title card based on the best-selling novel, I'm assuming of the same name, Love and Gelato.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find out before the episode.
Amore e gelato. That's the Italian version. That's how you do it in Italian.
Close enough.
You, oh my goodness.
And we start with our bouncy rom-com music, right?
Yeah, pretty typical. And this is like super cut time. Like this is where things this trailer is just very fast. It's for people who are younger than us. So, and have short attention spans, I guess.
That's right. I mean, I have a short attention span too, but
yeah,
not that short.
Yeah, this is pretty short. So we had quick shots of our hero falling out of the bed. Lena here, she's getting makeup on. We got her godmother.
Well, somebody wakes her up angrily.
Yes, it's like that's right. Wake up time. It's her godmother, right? Yeah. She told her, she's telling her that she told her mother, she'd be a terrible influence on her. Godmother seems like she's a lot of fun, spicy Italian lady.
Yeah, she seems fun.
Yeah. I mean, a bunch of quick shots of the rich heartthrob kid. I think his face, right?
Yep. Yeah, and she's there too. I just assumed everybody's rich at this point, but
yeah. Shot of chugging some wine. Shot of a Ferrari cruising down a road. Obviously, it's Ferrari.
Yeah, of course.
And then we cut to godmother. That's what Italian godmothers are for. Yeah. So that was all the final sentence of the thing that was in between all those cuts. So yeah.
Yep. And then we go to the Coliseum.
I mean, when in Rome.
as the expression goes. Yeah, she's walking around with an MIT sweatshirt.
Of course.
Hometown hero for us, I guess.
For us, I don't. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure. I'm rooting for her now. She went to school in the Boston area.
Then there's more voiceover, right? She's like, I feel like I needed to come here to figure out myself out. Okay. And then there's just some old guy shows up and he's like, you're walking your mother's footsteps. I was like, yeah. Who are you?
Like, who's this knockoff Chuck Norris guy?
Gives her a thumbs up. You're walking your mother's footsteps. Thumbs up. Oh, thanks, knockoff Chuck Norris.
Don't kick me.
Whatever you do. Yeah. And then we get a quick shot of our hero taking really wasteful touristy photos that she'll never look at again. Quick shots.
There's a lot of tourism happening.
Yeah, a lot of tourism, a lot of Italian things. Godmother. Then there's like a quick scene of the godmother teaching our hero how to walk in heels, which she fails miserably at.
I was like, is this Miss Congeniality or like what are we watching now? Like, I don't think that's with the plot, but what do I know?
Yeah, just it's things to do, I guess. And then she's like, maybe you should wear Crocs. And she's like, I like wearing Crocs, godmother.
Yeah, I love Crocs.
Okay, right. Man, I have no comment
to Crocs. Okay. Oh, I don't personally. I mean, if I were her, I would love Crocs.
Of course, if you were her, yes, that sounds right.
That's right.
Oh, and we get a quick like a Italian Brady Bunch frame shots of Italy.
Like a collage thing. Yeah.
And then we meet our hero's friend here. She's excited. She's like, "We're about to go off in the city. Let's do this, right?" And she's like, and then she names all like the touristy American things like pizza.
She names all three things:
cannolis,
cannoli, hot Italian boys.
Yes. Did she say sex after that too? There was one more thing, and then the godmother comes out, and the godmother was like, "I think I'm gonna like this lady."
Oh, I don't think so. I think she just said hot Italian boys, and then the godmother came out and was like,
"Okay,
that's my kind of girl. I think I'm gonna like this girl."
There it is. I knew you needed to get warmed up. I need to prime you. I knew I needed to prime you. And in between, there was like a bunch of side-by shots of our hero, the rich heartthrob kid, and the other nerdy guy. They all kind of
right. Exactly. This is when we get introduced to the
love
three-way of doom here. Right?
Yeah. Yes. The Temple of Doom, if you will.
A classic kissing booth scenario.
Yep. If we had a nickel. Then we first meet the nerdy guy. I'm calling him nerdy guy because he's not the rich heartthrob guy. So he's like kind of, it looks like he's like the opposite.
Guy. I call him curly hair guy.
Okay. Curly hair guy. Cause then there's rich guy and then there's the opposite end, the guy who's like works in the kitchen. Guy. He's got, poor guy. Let's call him rich guy and poor guy. Is that okay? We can do that, right?
That works.
That works. Okay. Poor guy. The poor guy. He works in the kitchen.
The poor guy.
Poor guy. It's not that he's poor. It's just he's a poor guy.
Yeah.
Right. He works in the kitchen. I don't know if he's a cook or you know what it is. I'm prognosticating, but I bet he's like working for like in a kitchen at a catering place, and he's like trying to work his way up to be a chef. I bet, right? Because Italy, right? That's what you do. Poor guy.
Naturally.
But then he runs into our hero with a plate of food. She's got, it looks like Alfredo sauce all over her dress. You know?
Oh, I thought it was Alfredo pattern.
Oh.
You're probably right.
So she's a mess. And then he's like, hey, can I give you a ride home? Like, okay, because she's a mess, so she needs to go home. So he cuts them outside, and she's not having it. She's like, I'm not riding on that little Italian scooter of yours. That's not happening.
Your death bike. Yeah.
Your death ride. Not happening. But then
they immediately do.
It does. Yeah, because that's just how movies work. So they're riding a scooter, and she's not really enjoying it.
Like, is all of Rome this bumpy? What?
You walked around all day. You didn't realize this? Everything's made of cobblestones out there. We know this. And then we're title card. We get from the studio that brought you to all the boys I've loved before, and our personal favorite, the kissing booth.
The best.
Right? Nailed it.
Thanks, the studio.
And then we get a shot of our hero eating like American.
This scene makes no sense. So she's sitting at a table, seemingly by herself, in her glasses, reading a book while eating spaghetti, which she's like eating this spaghetti, sauced spaghetti directly over a book.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah.
I'm mad about it already.
Yeah. And she's got her MIT sweatshirt on still. And then we cut to her real quick eating buttered bread with butter all over her face. And she's just like, seriously, the best food.
Oh my God.
So good. All right. It's just bread and butter. Let's just relax. We've got this.
Eat, pray, loving across Italy.
And then we're at poor guy's house, right? And he's like mixing up some gelato. And he's like, you like a gelato?
You like the gelato?
You like a gelato? Yeah.
I like ice cream. and he's like, he has like a mini stroke. It's
yikes. Because grandma or mama's in the back there. And she's like, ice cream?
Nona is not having it.
Ice cream, you American? Ice cream?
It's not the same. Then there's a lot of apologizing. There's a lot of apologizing in this trailer.
Just come on. We don't need that. Don't be sorry. Just be better. And then we're cut to our hero at the rich kid's mansion, right? Rich kid's like, my day just got better.
Yeah. Presumably because she showed up.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Cusi. My day just got better. Another shot of the Ferrari because, ads. And then shot of them like hanging out like a waterfall kind of thing. He's like, come on, we jump into the water. And she's like, no.
Forces her to jump off a cliff. Yeah.
I guess she's not Italian. She's like just, from America, but
That's right.
Yeah. And then, he just drags her off the cliff and they jump in the water.
Yep.
Quick shot of Rich Kid's face. And then we cut to our hero talking with that poor guy.
Yeah, she's like, I basically had a gelato orgasm, which I have a feeling is probably about as PG-13 as this movie's going to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the line right there.
This is the humor we're headed for, huh?
Yeah. It's kissing booth style.
Oh, boy. And he's like, you're so weird. And she's like, you don't even know.
Yeah, I was like, oh God, what's happening? I don't know.
Okay. And then we get a shot of our hero walking along some waterway and beautiful
She's
looking.
Like touching stuff.
She's like touching locks and touching stuff, right? Something about the city I can't explain. And then we cut into like the more emotional stuff. We get the rich kid being like, hey, what are you so scared of, Miss Scusi? And then the poor guy, he's like on a scooter. And he's like, I just don't want to blow this, like.
Yeah. You went to MIT. You might be successful.
Yeah. I'm just a cook, a line of cook.
I'm just a gelato man.
Yeah, we're losing all of our Italian listeners. I'm just a gelato.
They tuned out immediately. I'm just a simple gelato man.
Call me Geppetto. All right, so then we get the best friend who's just like telling her like, "Hey, just pick one, would you?" And then the godmother's like, "Just trust your gut." So you get all this advice from her team there.
Yeah.
And then there's like she's in the cut back to the scene when they're in the waterfall. She's in the water and making out on the water. Yep. And then the poor guy's just wiping her tears away. Poor guy just wiping her tears away.
Always touching her face.
And then a shot of her walking, eating some gelato, I think, right? In a cone.
I think so.
No. And then we had the voice.
Like ice cream to me.
No, that did not look like fancy ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a voiceover. And this is like with a bunch of different like intercut scenes here, but she's like, well, Italy, I have this feeling you might completely change my life. And it's like a shot of like Night Italy, shot of her in a scooter, shot of her in a convertible car. And then we get the title card, Amore in a Gelato. Translation, Love and Gelato.
Thanks.
And of course, there's the post-title card joke, quote unquote. And it just cuts to her being like, but I'm driving. And then her friend's like, she say Queen Energy? Yeah, Queen Energy. I like it. And then they're on a scooter driving around that roundabout in Italy that every movie has to shoot a scene at.
And the friend's like, we're going to die. Because
drive straight, but she can't because She's in it's a circle.
It's a circle.
So how can you drive straight?
It's the worst day of my life.
Oh my goodness.
Feels like every day is the worst day of my life.
No, it only gets better from here.
You're right.
Right. Okay, so that's it. That's the trailer. That's the whole trailer for Love and Gelato. Do you how do you want to prognosticate? Do you have any prognostications here?
I mean, outside of the obvious ones,
like she's not gonna fall for either one of these guys. It's about discovery, self-discovery. If we're going a real prognostication,
you think so?
Oh, I think this is like because I hope not. You don't need another person to be your own person. Like be your own person, be independent. You know.
Yeah.
As we always say, you know, like
I hope you're right.
She doesn't have to lean on some guy in Italy to be someone, right? So I think it's going to be about her finding herself and then ditching the two of them. There might be a little airport run at the end, or maybe she meets some other guy. But I think
she's going to fall for the poor guy.
I think that what's going to end up happening is she's going to get on a plane to go back to. I kind of hope we have a plane rom-com plane scene. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think she's going to end up going back to MIT where she's going to run into what's his face from the kissing booth. And they're going to end up linking up and becoming a couple. I don't remember his name.
Interesting.
Yeah, the guy who went to Boston. Remember, he went to Harvard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. What was his name? It doesn't matter.
I can't remember. It doesn't matter. The football player. He went to Boston in the end of the first one or beginning of the second one. Yeah. And I think she's going to come back to Boston and she's going to find herself, but then she's going to run into him and then they're going to go off. And he's going to have like a bit of an affair with her before he comes back to what's her face from Kissing Booth.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So. I think you're probably realistically correct.
Yeah.
Except for the part about she ends up by herself. I think she ends up with the poor guy because the movie's called Love and Gelato.
Right.
Oh,
that's a good point. You're right. It's not called Love and Ferraris.
It's not called Love and Ferraris, right? And speaking of Ferrari, I think the rich guy ends up having enough resources to invent a time machine.
I love it.
And goes back. I don't know, little movie called Ford versus Ferrari. If you've seen it.
Okay. All right.
In history here. And challenges Lee Iacocca there to to a little race action.
I thought he was gonna more like he's gonna go back in time, steal the gelato recipe from the poor guy. Steal the poor guy's gelato recipe.
No.
And then there's gonna be a big gelato off, kind of like let's see, Love in Italy, Love and Pizza.
In Toronto.
Yeah. And they're gonna
have Little Italy,
and they're gonna have a little, and they're gonna have like a face-off, a gelato face-off.
Yeah, Christian Haydenson.
Yeah, Christian Haydenson to win her affection, and whoever has the best gelato is gonna get the girl at the end.
That makes sense. I mean,
like, right?
Yeah, I'm rooting for mine because I think Ferrari Kid is like just a quick flash in the pan, like makeout sesh, right?
Okay,
I think he's like enraged by this woman spurning him, and like that's when he goes back in time to invent Ferrari. And
I buy that. I can see that. That definitely makes more sense. Like, yeah, he'll be so enraged and be like, women, and then he's gonna go back in time and start that whole thing.
Yeah. Alternatively, the other thing it's kind of wishful thinking. I don't think it's gonna go this way, but you never know. I hope that it turns into kind of a hostile setup, and like she actually falls in love with this like creepy other business guy
who we haven't met yet.
Who we haven't met yet, right? Who runs a hostel network in Europe and like kidnaps Americans using attractive women as bait, basically and I think she gets roped into that ring.
Oh, I like that. And then I think maybe at some point, I think that's going to be like the second half of the movie. It's going to kind of start out as this gelato time travel thing, but then the second half is actually going to be like this hostile situation where then she gets access to a cell phone and calls her dad, who is still alive, Liam Neeson, because she's been taken, and he comes over. And then like the last half of the movie becomes like a horror action movie where Liam Neeson kind of just kills everyone.
Yes, exactly right.
I mean,
exactly right. And Liam Neeson in this case is playing Edsel Ford II, who is Henry Ford's great grandson.
And like one of his last lines is like, "Ugh, ice cream's better."
That's right.
And he kills like the hostile guy.
See you in hell.
See you in hell.
Ice cream for life.
Hope your gelato doesn't melt in hell. And then that's it.
Yeah.
That's like the more so off the rails, but so much better already. So
yeah, that's what I want.
It's got everything.
We've got the full spectrum.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's all about discovering yourself. I mean, that's really the core of the movie is discovering yourself. So
yeah.
All right. Well, that feels good.
I sense no flaws.
I sense no flaws. I see this movie playing out exactly like that. If it plays out any other way, I'll be sorely disappointed. Yep. But going by its rating of 22% or lower, I'm not even sure where it's at right now. I'm gonna guess none of those things happen because there's no way a movie that we just described is less than 60%. Like
at least, yeah.
I mean, come on, I'm being humble here. So
that's right.
All right. Well, let's hang this one up. Let's put this gelato in the fridge. Is that what you do with it after you get it ready? I don't know. Have you made gelato before?
Close enough. No.
Okay. All right. Maybe we should make gelato.
I'm assuming the freezer.
Yeah.
Italians, let us know if you're still here. How do you make gelato?
How do you make it? Let us know. We will not use the internet. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Back next week with the full breakdown of Love and Gelato. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That, ITMT Pod on Twitter, and subscribe. We're also on YouTube. You can find us there. You can subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast. And if you have friends, even Italian friends, or any kind of friend, pass this along. And share and be like, great. Hey, I think you'll really like this. They do great accents. They're pretty funny. The prognostications have created some of the best movies that no one has seen yet.
Yeah.
Only a matter of time before Netflix discovers the genius that we have,
That's right. And while you're calling us geniuses to your friends, you can call us geniuses to strangers and write a review.
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts, 5 stars. These guys are geniuses. Just wrote it for you.
Pay it forward. Done.
Enough said. Yeah.
Yep.
So do that, please. That would be great. It helps us out. Spotify too. I don't think they let you write stuff, but you can stars or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thumbs up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Set your episodes to auto download. That's helpful for us too.
Yep.
Or if you're feeling old fashioned, we've plugged it several times already, but you can send us an email, maybe about gelato. What's your favorite flavor?
Come on.
Russ and I love sweets. Yeah.
Give us a good recipe. Give us one that would win in a competition.
Ideally. Yeah, in a perfect world. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or you can go to the website. There's all of the old episodes, is coming up on 250. Lots of hours of content, tons and tons of me and Russ talking for forever.
Hours.
If you love it, you love it.
You know.
Yeah. Or you can buy a t-shirt too. There's a link to the merch. Every t-shirt that you buy gives money to me and Russ. So not charity.
Nope. You'll get something for doing that. So
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Invest
cool t-shirt.
Cool t-shirt. It's just invest in the future for everyone.
Yeah, clothing. You need it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Thismeetsthat.com. Synonymous with clothing.